G'day, hello, how are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know where people are in the world. This is the $10 stream. I think
No, it's not. It's on YouTube.
it's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's gonna go on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
We call it the kick on.
Oh, okay. It's not the $10 stream. We call it the Kick On. It's the new podcast that we're going to be releasing. Yeah, is that the working title or is that
That's
the working title? If you don't like it, then well, too bad we're using it for today.
You can make it a question. Why don't you guys come up with better names?
Well, you know, I mean, if we could solve that problem, we'd have many things working. Anyway,
That's true.
welcome. As I forgot, we are releasing this on YouTube, so I probably should watch my language. But yeah, we're here to do a podcast about us, and I guess today is going to be the first official one that gets released on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which means that we got to make the content kind of interesting, maybe.
Well, we can try.
Yeah.
How did we come up with the name, the kick on?
Because
Because what do you do after you let's say you go and play a show, you do it at a studio, right? What happens after? You kick on, you go somewhere. You don't just finish a gig. It's all about the social element. You I don't know, talk. That's where you talk a lot of crap as well.
Yeah, oh yeah, a lot of crap. A lot of great times too. I mean, we've had many great discussions that have been, could be good content. You know, top 3, bottom 3, like, oh man, we always have some good times when you talk like that.
I think we should introduce that topic today.
What
top
topic?
3. That could be a regular
Oh.
topic on the show. Top 3, bottom 3 thing of the week.
Alright.
Of the month.
Oh man, I don't know, do we want to recycle? Do we want to start fresh?
I reckon introduce an old one. Because
Okay.
it's the first podcast.
Alright.
Alright.
Are we going to do both top 3 and bottom 3?
no.
Yeah, you have to. You gotta do top
Alright.
3 and bottom 3.
Alright, so what is top 3, bottom 3? Oh, okay, explain what top 3, bottom 3 is.
So we pick a topic or an item or something. In our case, let's go with fruit.
Yep.
And we have a debate about what we believe should be a top 3 fruit and a bottom 3 fruit. So we're talking like, yeah, I guess it's quite simply what do we like, what do we dislike. So Gamra's the most passionate usually about certain things, and I often disagree with him. But yeah, let's start. So top 3, we'll go top 3 or bottom 3 first?
Top 3. I think you
Alright.
can start with
Fruit.
top 3.
Top 3 fruit.
Yeah. Start us off, Timber.
Well, we generally don't just give a top 3. We'll like talk about a fruit and then we'll decide where
Yeah.
it sits.
So a fruit that you really like to start us off.
All right, I'm gonna start with something that I like. I'm gonna start with cherries.
Ooh.
Cherries.
Yeah, I'm gonna put cherries out there.
That's nowhere near my top 3.
Ooh. Interesting.
Okay.
Everyone,
I mean,
cherries.
like you got to think about the fruit holistically, right? So, one, the fruit on its own, like cherries are pretty good on their own, especially in season right now, summer, fantastic, right?
Yep.
Super delicious, beautiful. How it can be used, so cherry pie. I don't know how anyone feels about cherry pie, but cherry pie is quite delicious. Quite useful in desserts, kind of add that a bit of tartness but sweetness to things.
Yep.
And then like on cakes and stuff, you know, as like toppings. In cocktails, you got the maraschino cherries, you know, just add a little bit of flavour. So for me, I'm going to debate the cherry, for me, is a top 3.
See, I would have said if there were not more appealing fruits above cherries would definitely be in my top 3. If it was like top 10, cherries would be in there for sure for me.
Okay, so...
I feel a cherry acts as a modifier.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
It doesn't normally you don't go out and have cherries.
Oh, come on. As if you've never bought a bag of cherries in summer and just been like, heck yeah, I'm going to hoe into this.
As opposed to many other fruit.
Okay, well, this is the best thing about top 3, right?
Yeah, no.
Go, shoot. Tell me what you're... Fire away.
No, next fruit.
Yeah.
Banana.
Oh yeah.
Banana is just like, man, I can have that. That's energy for the day. It's breakfast. You can put it in muffins. It tastes just as good in ice cream and dessert. But it's just like a strong, I don't know, it gets me pumped for the day. Sometimes I could just carry my day with banana. It's a functional fruit.
Look,
That
me-
also modifies things.
to me, I don't know. See, like, it's a hard one for me. I like bananas. Don't get me wrong. Could be top 3. I'm not gonna argue there, but for me, it's not like my favorite fruit. To me, it's like a utility fruit. It can be used in like almost anything, right? Like almost anything.
Yeah.
But it's just not. To me, it's just not good enough to stand in top 3. I would put it top 5. Maybe top 10, but top 5 probably for me is where I put banana.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I love the convenience of a banana. You just, like, take it to work, wherever. It's a nice power snack. It has some good sugars in it to give you some energy. But, I don't know. Not for me. Not for me, top 3.
Okay. Well, what about strawberries? Or some
Okay, it's
sort of
fine, that's
berry?
fine. Yeah, strawberries is probably my top 3.
Yeah, I'd put strawberries in the top 3 for me as well.
That's for me how Tim views a cherry.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Strawberry is my cherry.
Yeah. And they're not, in Australia, they're not super expensive either. So you can get a nice punnet of strawberries for $2, $2.50.
Like, would you dip a cherry in Nutella?
Oh, no.
No, that's
fondness,
true.
okay.
That's true. Hold on, we have a couple of comments from the chat. So first off, yes, you can eat cherries. I don't know where you live, but cherries are freaking awesome. And 2, yeah, bananas kind of bland, but great in banana bread. I agree. But yes, when it comes to dipping fruit in chocolate,
Even banana! Boom!
yeah, okay, fine. I want to sideline it as a potential top 3.
We need a whiteboard.
We do need a whiteboard for this. But I will agree, even though strawberries are not my favourite fruit.
Sideline it. It's a fruit football club. I get to put substitutions and see which ones is the best play.
Well, we got to scout the talent first, you know? Like bananas outside top 3 to me, alright?
So you're a cherry agent.
Yeah, man. I will cherry pick the cherries.
Yeah.
But, alright, strawberry, not my favourite fruit, but I think from all my other friends, and you guys included, like, strawberry definitely sits unanimously within, like, a top 3 realm.
Yeah.
A lot of people love strawberry milk, strawberry flavouring, strawberry as a dessert, strawberry as a modifier. Like, strawberry on its own also has a really nice flavour. So yeah, I can agree. I don't know where I'd place it in the top 3, but
I think it's there somewhere.
yeah.
I don't know if... Yeah. Banana's my safe one.
Yeah.
Banana's my safe... Like, yeah, you're right. It's not, like, it can be bland and it's not, like... It's not the standout number 1.
I feel like the barometer for where a person's fruit taste sits is how you feel about apple. I feel like apple is the kind of benchmark. For me, I don't really like apple that much. I mean, to me it's like how people feel about banana, like it can be a bit bland or whatnot. But I don't know. Do you guys?
See, I would rate apple higher than banana personally.
Okay.
I
think they're both... No, I think you could be on either or, but like they're very like next to each other in where they lie in the tier list.
To me, they're like of almost equal standing, but apple edges out banana purely because of apple pie. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Apple pie is like, boom, like, oh.
Then it's like apple pie versus banana bread, almost.
Banana bread and banoffee.
Yeah, but banoffee can get too sweet, right? And apple pie, to me, is just, like, perfect. You get, like, the sweetness of the apple and like, apple and cinnamon as a flavour.
Oh.
I mean, come on. Like, that combination alone, to me, is just, like, that's top tier for me. Yeah.
Right, fair enough.
That's hard to beat, for sure.
If we're looking down, we're on Patreon, so if you want to join in the discussion in future podcasts, you may join in.
We got a Patreon Discord as well, which means that you can chime in and have a chat and have a banter with us while we're live. But yeah. Anyway, apples. I think that sits above banana, and that sits. I don't know if it would be a top 3. See, to me, like it's a top 5. Apple, banana, top 5. Like 4 and 5 would be like apple then banana. In my opinion,
they're not super special. They're
No.
kind of like the go-to kind of stable.
Yeah.
Fallback reliable fruits.
Yeah, and like orange sits there too.
Oh yeah,
which is so hard because it's like orange juice is like you know, like, but then overall like you don't really like in desserts it's okay. I mean, but it's not to me. It's not a sought after fruit, but like orange confectionery as well. Like not confectionery, like lollies and stuff.
Yeah, sure. I like orange lollies. I don't like it in chocolate.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, me too. I
hate
can't
orange
stand it.
chocolate.
Yeah.
Things that shouldn't be friends like that. Alright. Okay, this is definitely in my top 3, probably above them. Watermelon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the thing is, it kind of counters most of the arguments of being like a highly functional fruit. Like, I mean, it still can be in things, but it's not like like I can have a watermelon, I'm good for the day. I've got my like a watermelon a day keeps the water.
Yeah.
Like
water police away.
It doesn't, but like you always feel fresh when you eat it, and it's the perfect. I think it's the perfect summer.
Yeah, it's to me hands down best summer fruit. Chuck it in the fridge, and like a cold slice of watermelon. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I couldn't eat it every day either, but like I just think it's the social fruit of choice.
It's got a specialness to it, like to me.
Yeah.
Whereas like apple and banana is like an everyday thing. Same with orange, but I think that's what elevates it higher is because it's got a specialness to it. It's like it's not in season all year round. It's like it's best when it's in summer, and like that's when you want it anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh yeah, if I haven't had watermelon in ages. Heck yeah, let's chop something up, and then like,
But also like, I'm going back to social point. Like, I pop off whenever someone's like, oh, bought a watermelon, and it's like a communal like they chop it and it's in a massive bowl and everyone's got their pieces they just munch on. It's the most satisfying sound to eat a watermelon as well. Orally, it's great.
Yeah. Just grab a slice and
like you don't go. I mean, okay, granted, there's apple pie and banana, whatever. But like you don't go like, oh guys, I bought apples. Like in the middle of summer, you went swimming. You're at the beach. Like
no one gets excited by a bag of apples.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you only have to look back at our recording of SMJ season 2.
What?
Like when Steven from Messiah, he's like, oh, by the way, guys. I've got a whole bunch of chopped up watermelon in the fridge. And it's like, oh heck yes! And we just like literally like pulled it out of the fridge and just like chowed down, completely demolished it.
Exactly. Isn't it like it quenches your thirst?
Yeah.
Like the watermelon quenches. You don't go like, I'm thirsty. I want a banana.
Yeah, it's true.
Banana's too thick. I can agree. Apple is also like. You know, it's got a bit of juice, but
watermelon. In terms of tropical fruit, like how do you feel mango versus watermelon?
See, I think mango's good, but it's very polarizing. People either love it or hate it. It's getting quite to like the specialized fruit section. Like it's not a general fruit. It's like you're there specifically for mango, and like you have to, even when you're eating, you have to commit to it. Because it's all sticky and you gotta cut it up. And it's not something that's nice. Like once you cut it, like you can't just chuck it in the fridge and then eat it the next day. And it's great. It's like it's only okay after you've refrigerated it. Dried mango is fantastic though. I will agree with that. Especially like when it's got a little bit of sugar on it.
But I agree. It's not top 3.
It's not top 3. Top 10. I'd definitely place it top 10.
Even in Smash, mango isn't top
10. Shots fired. Far out. I really hope he doesn't watch our stream.
No, that's alright. Alright, okay. So we got top 3. Let's go.
Alright, so we got strawberry and watermelon.
And then we like debatable on this.
Debatable
like,
fruit,
Avo?
Huh? Oh yes. Is avocado a fruit?
Avocado.
I think technically it is a fruit.
Technically because of the seed, I suppose, but I wouldn't rate it top 3.
I treat it as
top 10, top 20. Like
it's like for me, Avo is like a top 3 modifier.
Yeah.
See, I put cherry in the modifier section.
The modifier.
We need a whiteboard to start classifying these.
The modifier field.
What would be a top 3? I'm just trying to think.
A fruit? Oh.
Yeah, what's the like? Because we've got two. I think we've got two pretty solid top threes. Yeah. See, Rue agrees. Avocado also modifier.
Yeah, it's a bit of a modifier.
Grapes.
Oh, grapes are good.
Actually, no, but
top 10.
does it count, like, if you include strawberries? I mean, blueberries are different fruit. Like, to me,
Yeah, I feel like the berries are kind of like
their own field.
own field. Like, I'd say berries top 3, because most berries are pretty good to me.
Oh, let's freaking add durian to the list.
No, we're not there yet. We're not.
If we're talking absolute trash.
Well, I
tier.
mean, we're going to bottom 3. I realized we spent like 20 minutes on this.
Oh, have we? Whoops. Alright, probably move on, hey.
Let's go to bottom 3.
Alright, bottom 3 fruits. So I think we all agree durian is bottom 3.
Yeah, that's the lowest of the low tier. Garbage tier.
Garbage.
Absolute garbage.
Look,
I haven't even had it. That's how much I hate it.
to be fair, I haven't had it either.
Okay. I have had it, and to me it tastes like just how it smells.
Yeah, fair enough.
But the texture is really, really, really nice. It's kind of like creamy custardy almost.
Is it kind of like soursop?
What's that? Sour?
Custard apple.
I think maybe, yeah. I can't remember what custard apple is like.
It's like a green kind of fruit,
Yeah.
white flesh, black seeds on
I
the
have a
inside.
feeling it would be similar to custard apple. So the texture is like really, really like A tier,
Yeah.
maybe, but the taste is absolutely bottom tier. F.
Yeah, right. Worse than Kirby.
Yeah,
right.
100% less than Kirby.
Yeah, what would be a bottom?
Alright. So, pear is the Waluigi of like mainstream fruit.
I like
okay.
this. Okay, go on.
It's like, it's shaped like a almost like a deformed peanut. Right? Like one side's a little weird. But like functionally, like it's just like, oh, just get apple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You could just get
Yeah, that's true. It's like, it's one of those fruits that, look, I don't actually mind pears in general, but it's not a fruit you go after. It's kind of like,
if it's there and you
like it's it's literally only if someone gives you pear to eat that you eat it.
yeah.
I never go.
I've never craved a pear.
I want to go to the supermarket and get a pear.
Unless you get one of those like Korean pears, you know the big round ones. Have you had those?
Oh.
Like nashi pears.
Oh, nashi, yeah, but that's a whole different class.
Yeah.
See, that's basically an apple, but with like slightly pear texture.
Alright, how do you feel about pineapple? Okay.
Oh.
This is
Alright,
a divider.
hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna say, here's a hot take. I'm gonna put it mid because mid when you take a large sample size because it's either really high or really low.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I feel like it lacks the versatility and like overall support from the population.
Yeah,
It's very divisive.
I mean, like the barbecued pineapple
Oh,
with cinnamon
is
though is like
the
amazing.
100 like that sits above every. See, this is where like you have an argument for it because like that sits about every.
Yeah.
I'll take that over apple pie. Sorry.
Oh, no, doesn't sit above apple pie. But like I will admit it's pretty good. I think pineapple for me is just generally too sweet.
Yeah.
Not something that I like seek. It's great as a modifier.
Yeah, it's a pretty top modifier because I don't like it.
I don't really like it on its own. I like it with stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I'm not gonna get, and also it's annoying to cut up. You know?
Yeah.
Like if you get a fresh pineapple, you gotta like take off the skin and core it, and then it's just like, you know what? Just give me an apple, I can bite into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy peasy.
And even for me, like I love pineapple. Like if it wasn't a pain to chop up, and I would like seek it out, but if you eat too much pineapple,
Oh, your tongue.
your tongue gets fuzzy.
Yeah.
It feels real bad. Someone was telling me that pineapple, like if you zoom in on a pineapple on like microscopic level, it's got like tiny little spikes or something on it, which like irritate your tongue or something like that.
I'm pretty sure Gamra told us a story
Yeah.
where he ate way too much pineapple. His tongue started bleeding.
Yeah. His tongue bled.
Like, that's ridiculous. I've never eaten that much pineapple.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to eat that much pineapple either. Yeah.
No, I will say, out of all the fruit we mentioned, pineapple takes the cake for aesthetic. It's just like, you want a vibe, put a pineapple.
Yeah, just that rich yellow color and like
A nice green.
Yeah.
But because like you think
Oh.
like sponge.
We have a fact checker.
I think that might be more correct. Yeah.
More enzyme rather than anyway.
Yeah.
We're not
Well,
scientists, guys. So.
Read it. So the.
For the audience at home who can't read Discord. So fact correction: it's not spikes, little tiny spikes on a pineapple that cuts up your tongue. It's an enzyme, that breaks down cells and stuff.
Yeah.
Google it because I'm not going to tell you that we're spouting out facts right now. Clearly.
Just what we've heard. Yes.
Yeah. So I think we've agreed bottom durian. I think pear can go into bottom 3.
Yeah, I think pear can go there as well.
Sorry, give me a sec.
This one is debatable, but it's definitely not high, and it's probably mid or lower. Kiwi.
Gamra would disagree with you so hard.
I disagree as well. Actually, I enjoy kiwi, but I wouldn't put it in top 3 for myself. I'd put it somewhere in the middle.
That's why I say middle.
Yeah. See, for me, mid-bottom tier. The only kiwis I like are the kiwi grape hybrids. Have you ever had them before?
Oh, small kiwis.
So you can get crossbred kiwis with grapes, and it's literally like a kiwi but like a grape.
Oh.
So imagine that, the best bit of the kiwi, which is the inside,
Yeah.
in grape form, and you literally can just like pop them in your mouth.
It has no skin on it.
No skin on it.
Wow.
Yeah, they are fantastic, but that's cheating. That's science, genetic modification. So I don't count that as a proper fruit. But I don't like kiwis in general unless it's that or gold kiwis. Because kiwi is if it's good, it's good, but if it's not good, I do not want to eat it at all.
Oh yeah, mushy sour kiwi is pretty nasty. Yeah. Okay, but what else fits in the bottom, you guys reckon? Well, we've agreed on durian, definitely.
And pear.
Yeah, no, that's a good list.
What else? I'm just trying to think. Like, vegetables are easier to say bottom, but like... that's another day.
Save it for next week, next month. I reckon that's a whole new discussion, and we have to get Gamra in on the vegetable discussion. There are some strong opinions.
He's got some very passionate things. In terms of, going back, the kiwi grape hybrid things, I don't remember what they're called, but I just remember seeing them in the shops and someone ordering it, and hot damn, it's good.
Wow.
I'll have to Google that for you. Sorry about that, Roo. But bottom 3.
I'm out of ideas. I can't think of...
I don't have a great fruit repertoire.
Yeah, repertoire. Yeah. Because it's easy to think of the ones you really like, but the ones you don't like are probably forgettable in your mind. So.
Is it? Alright. What if I do just a quick squiz of a list?
Worst fruits.
See, there's heaps, right? There's plum, nectarine, peaches. What else have we got? Star fruit, if we're thinking Asian dragon fruit, lychees.
Coconut counts.
Oh yeah, coconut.
Oh, yeah,
Coconut counts as a fruit.
That's up there. How did I forget cucumber?
Is that? That falls under fruit.
Technically a fruit, yeah.
Oh, jackfruit. That's great. But anyway, kumquat. Melons. Oh, you guys. How do people feel about rock melon or cantaloupe, as the Americans call it?
Yeah, same.
That's
for me, if someone cuts it up and just puts it on a plate, I'll eat it absent-mindedly, but I won't seek it out.
Discount watermelon.
Yeah. Actually, it is discount watermelon.
Yeah, a little bit. I know a lot of people don't like rock melon. I personally love rock melon.
I like it, but I do like it. It's just I'm putting watermelon higher.
Yeah, no, for sure. And in the melon category, there's so much honeydew melon, winter melon. What else? Far out. There's so many different things.
Oh, tamarind.
I would say that's a modifier. You could potentially put that in bottom 3. I wouldn't eat it on its own.
Yeah.
So tamarind paste is used in a lot of Southeast Asian cooking. It's what's in sinigang, I'm pretty sure, to make it sour.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Chiming in, sinigang is a Filipino dish for those of you at home.
Sour soup.
Yeah, sour soup pretty much. I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, I did see a few that I was like...
I'd probably put... I don't like cranberries.
Yeah. No, I don't know if it's bottom 3.
Yeah.
You got
definitely an acquired taste, I think, cranberries.
Yeah. Oh, grapefruit.
Yeah, that's bottom 3.
No, straight away. Done. End of conversation.
Yeah. I do not like grapefruit at all.
Disgusting. Grapefruit juice? disgusting, and it interferes with medication, so it's even worse.
There you go.
Screw
There you
grapefruit.
go.
Alright, I'm glad we got that out of the system.
Alright.
Alright, top 3, bottom 3. That's all that.
Anyway, that's a taste of top 3, bottom 3. Press 1 if you'd like more of this.
Yeah, great. Our whole comment section is going to be like degenerate ones.
They're gonna be like, how could you forget this fruit? Oh crap, durian's not bottom 3, top 3 for sure. Anyway, we'll wait and see what the comments are like. Anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah.
So-
Maybe we should update people on our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a kick on also for these guys. So it's like, what's happening in between like studio recording and stuff. Yeah, so before, when we thought the link worked but didn't work, we were kind of talking about how... yeah, that's for another time, guys. We're talking about how the band is kind of going through a fair few changes on a personal level. Yeah, I don't want to go first this time. So let's go to Julian. Yeah, what's been happening in Julian's life?
I moved out close to the city, so now I'm close to work. I'm trying to get used to routine because yeah, I don't know, life's different. I think the past 2 years I've been living just solely off of doing like gigs, which is cool. It's still livable, and I think I can prove that to myself.
Sorry guys, give me a second.
It's hard in Sydney. Sydney's political climate's a bit... this is not a topic for that, but gigs in Sydney are quite hard. Like, money's kind of fine, but anyway, I picked up some teaching work again, and I hope to get routine. Like, past 2 years I haven't been able to... Yeah, just get routine. I kind of miss that. I really crave that. So, I'm not going to be traveling as much, but I am going to Japan soon. Hopefully meet up with Gamra and boys and see whatever's happening down there. But yeah, trying to get used to that and then slowly get back into regular, whether it's regular streaming. I recently made my bed. Oh man, I need to show you my bed frame. It's hydraulics.
What? Hydraulics?
I like,
What type of bed?
it's a IKEA. Oh well, and I'm so happy because I built it myself. I'm just gonna quickly show these guys. Just 2 seconds, I promise.
Maybe we should have a link in
Yeah. So I literally got this bed frame for the massive amount of storage.
Yeah,
it has.
sick.
Yeah, right. So it
And
looks
then
like the bed actually, the mattress
up.
lifts up,
Yeah.
and you can store stuff underneath
Yeah.
the mattress.
And like all of a sudden, dude, I can store my whole all my gear underneath there.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
So
What's
if-
Do you remember the name of the IKEA model of the bed?
Malm.
Pun?
Malm.
Malm.
But-
M-A-L-M?
Yeah, but the thing is, Malm has so many different models. Like Malm is just like the family group,
yeah,
and then they have like ones. Because initially I just wanted drawers underneath the bed, but then because my bed is right next to one side of the wall,
yeah, pulling it out is going to be a bit of a pain.
well, I can't even use one side. So then
Yeah,
I
okay.
figured, like my roommate suggested, oh, why don't you just get like storage underneath the
Yeah,
bed?
yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like,
Alright.
damn, that was great.
Rue was asking for a link, so you guys keep talking. I'll see if I can find it on the IKEA catalog.
Otherwise, no, I'll put it in the Patreon. I mean, in the Discord later. It is so good. But yeah, that was good. Like building, I used to semi-help my dad with like handyman stuff when I was younger, but I didn't think I could do it. But it was fun. That was good. There's a couple little things I want to get to make my studio a bit more versatile, like monitor clamps so I can move my monitors around. But the internet is really good there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting 100 down, 45 up.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's heaps good.
However, that is from the router, which is in the lounge room, and the walls in my place are extremely thick. So when you get to my room, it's probably half that.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
a bit
That's still
less.
decent.
It is, but it's a bit harder when I'm trying to get signal for my switch and then signal for my lap. So I'm like trying to get another router because we don't want to run a cable from the router all the way through the house to get to my room. So like we're trying to get another tethered Wi-Fi connector. So like you place one connected to the.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have one of those in the house somewhere. Yeah.
So like things are coming. I've already done one stream and like everything was smooth. It was great. It's just a matter of finding the time. Like once I kind of get used to like how my income is, like I got a bit of teaching work, but I'm still trying to get a little bit more. That way I can choose what hobby things. Because like at the end of the day, even though gigging is great and I love it, One, reliability is always nice, but two, if I could like block out, you know, a day or two of teaching, I don't think I'd burn out. Like I was doing way too much teaching by the time I quit, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. But if I can do a day or two of teaching, then I don't need to say yes to gigs I don't want to do. Because like when you live off gigging, you kind of have to be like, yes,
you can't
man.
say no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, for sure. It's a hustle.
Yeah, like maybe 2 weeks ago, I had 8 gigs in that week. That's like an average of at least more than one a day. And sorry, that wasn't even over 7 days. That was like in a week, but then it went from Tuesday to Sunday. So like there was a couple of days that were double. It was great, like the income was great, but then I was just like, that throws away like some of your days, and then after that the recovery process is like, don't want to do anything after that.
Like late nights, early starts.
Yeah, because like I would love to, I still want to gig maybe, you know, still a considerable amount. It'd be cool if I get 3 to 4, but then if I could plan it just for the weekend so that my weekdays I still have a routine of waking up early. Like I know a lot of people who are older that have semi full-time or like day jobs, but then they'd just readjust their schedule for the weekend. And then that way I could like do more things. Like we haven't done a Consouls show in ages, but that's not just me, like we've all been busy.
Yeah.
But like to account for that, and then maybe do more like songs I want to do, because I do love playing covers and whatnot, but it like we didn't play music or learn music just to
cover everyone else's stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
no, I agree.
It'd be nice to just, you know, focus on what I'm doing. So anyway, that's my realization. So just getting used to that way of living is just need to do some adjustments. But that's me.
Yeah, cool.
Tim?
Oh, okay, throwing me under the bus. Nah, it's cool. So I might have mentioned this on the Discord, but obviously not everyone watching this is gonna be part of our community. I just started a full-time job. So I am now a full-time registered music therapist in Sydney, New South Wales, which is pretty exciting, but also quite different to the lifestyle that I was living last year or the last couple of years. So I guess a little bit of background. I was basically, like 2 years ago, I was basically working full-time as a sax tutor and clarinet tutor, as well as a conductor. And that was pretty crazy. I was working like heaps, 7 schools in a week, 6 days a week with like private tuition on a Saturday half day. And obviously, I wasn't doing like 8 hours in a row of teaching, but a lot of here, there, and like mornings, afternoons, some during the day, some days off. And so like my lifestyle 2 years ago was very, very different. It was a lot of, I had random days off, which was cool, but also, to some people it's like, oh, that's so weird. So that was, I guess, my background. Last year I finished off my master's degree, and then this year I got a job. Like luckily I got a job because everyone in my course was basically gunning for the job that I got, and I was lucky enough to be chosen, which was pretty sweet. But yeah, the job's interesting. First off, like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, super foreign to me, like super foreign to me. Like all my adult life I've only ever done contract work. So that's a bit strange, and I guess adjusting to that's a bit weird. We've got like, it's just so strange having a routine. I know like that's something that you'd like to have a little bit more of, but it's also just weird for me being, I get up every day roughly the same time. I drive in to the same place most days of the week, and then like I leave at 5. It's like, oh wow, it's so regimented in a way.
I want an element of it. I don't think I could personally do a 9 to 5. I'm too like.
Look.
There, but.
I mean, to be fair, I originally applied for the part-time position, but when they offered me the full-time, I was like, oh look, I'll give it a crack, see how it goes. I don't have any regrets so far, and I don't think I will. It'll be good. I think it's a good experience to do the 9 to 5 gig for a while and see how it kind of goes. Worst comes to worst, I can always go back to contract work like next year. I do kind of miss teaching a little bit, funnily enough. But I think I'm the same as Julian in the sense that like, if I taught all the time, totally burn me out. I would love like a couple of days of teaching, like a day or two of music therapy, and then I'd love to be able to like gig, you know, semi-regularly, or even like do console stuff semi-regularly, you know, streaming like the request show. Kind of miss doing that. When I saw you do it like a couple of weeks ago, I was a bit jealous. Not gonna lie, I was like, oh, here I am in the office, and it's like, oh, this is going up. Man, I'd love to be back on. Yeah, just, I don't know, just playing. But yeah, that's basically been me, just adjusting to that, and then, you know, figuring out, like, cause, you know, I get a salary. It's weird. Like, I get paid regularly.
Yeah, it's
you
nice.
know, at a specific time and day. It's crazy, you know. It's so different to, you know, hustle, like trying to chase up people and get you know, make sure they pay me, and then like going like weeks going, oh crap, like I haven't been paid yet. Yeah, so different lifestyle, enjoying it, but whether or not this is something that I want to do for the rest of my life, who knows?
Yeah. Try it out and see how you feel in a bit. Yeah.
What about you, Mark?
Yeah, I've also just started full-time work as at a part of a graduate program in a big company. I'm basically trying to do some software development stuff, some back-end web stuff, for those, if that means anything to you. Only just started, but yeah, kind of just, it's all been like workshops and stuff, and meeting my team, getting myself set up, so nothing too fancy just yet. Trying to wrap my head around the project they're working on. But yeah, like before that I was basically at uni, and then I finished halfway through last year, and then I was basically doing nothing for 6 months, just like practicing music stuff, you know, going on holiday, doing that sort of thing. So also for me, it's a pretty big adjustment to going into 9 to 5 with the regular salary. It's nice, but yeah, just having to adjust your body clock, and been trying to wake up before work to do some exercise, but
Trying to get into an exercise routine.
Yeah, first day I was like, yeah, this is fantastic, really good, and then the second day I was like, why am I here? Like, it's way too early. But trying to set that discipline and routine early on, and then hopefully continue. Hoping to play more squash as well.
Yeah. Do you still have your mate that you play with?
Yeah. He actually moved to Victoria, so. But
bummer.
I do play with a few other friends near the area. So, but I kind of want to get better as well and improve, because, you know, just at this stagnant level. So, trying to gym with free squash court bookings for a free trial.
Yeah, cool.
So I'm gonna try and go in at like 6 or 7 in the morning before work, just to whack the ball by myself for like half an hour and hopefully improve. And then, maybe even join a social comp or something like that, or challenge randoms in the company that I work for, because some people apparently play. So
I'm just imagining like some epic anime scene.
Yeah.
Where it's like shonen squash kind of series.
Like Princess
Mark's like,
Sailor.
yeah, exactly, like bottom tier scrub, works his way up to the top, challenges the CEO of the company.
Wow.
Yeah,
A sport anime within a work corporate.
Oh man, sorry.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of squash used to be like, it was the golf of business executives back in the day. It used to be way more popular as like a after work thing, but I think it's definitely fallen off.
Well,
But there are still some people like in the company that are like, oh yeah, you play squash, you know, I've been playing for 20 years, like competitively. Oh, okay, I'm not quite at that level yet, but
yeah.
I'm gonna work my way up to it, hopefully.
I mean, I can understand it falling out of the corporate scene. It's pretty taxing on the body.
Oh yeah.
Like taxing on your joints, like ankles and knees, like from all the starts and stops, and then it's pretty hard. It's a very like body intensive sport.
Yeah. 100%. Like, I've played with some older players, and yeah, you can tell like their technique is really good and stuff. But yeah, just the
They just
running
don't move.
about and like the deep lunges you have to make on the court to hit the ball. It's like an absolute murder on your knees.
Yeah.
So a lot of them can maybe get to the ball, but actually getting down and hitting it, that you can just see them wincing in pain. It's quite brutal. Yeah, so I suppose that's why golf and other.
Golf is way less taxing. I think. I mean, it still has, every sport has its I guess, problems in that regard.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Oh, cool. That's cool, dude.
Yeah, so that's me basically. Yeah, so we're all, I guess, going through changes.
Yeah.
Trying to settle into a different side of life.
Speaking of changes, I think Gamra might be joining in for the last segment of this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see him.
Are we gonna last segment as in?
He can update us about his life, and then we do the Q&A as well.
Yeah, cool. So I guess since this is our first official podcast that's going on YouTube, we also do a short Q&A at the end. For those of you that are, I guess, pledged as patrons, we take in your questions, and if you have any burning ones that you want answered, submit them there, and then we will do a 10-minute segment on frequently asked questions or questions asked by the viewers. I don't know what to call it yet. Question time?
Question time.
Question time, question mark? I don't know.
Parliament question time.
Parliament question time.
Worst program you can ever watch on free
Yeah, right.
TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so wait for Gamma to get himself set up.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I mean, I suppose we could take a question early and riff off of that.
I mean, if Rue has someone in the chat.
Yeah.
Rue, if you have a question for the band.
Yeah. The weirder
Feel
the
free.
better. Nice.
The weirder the better.
The better.
Yeah.
Very specific. Like, why don't you like?
Except top 3, bottom 3. We'll save that segment.
Yeah, right.
Oh, also, maybe we'll leave it for our patrons. But if you have suggestions for top 3, bottom 3 topics
Ooh, yes.
for the coming month, feel free to submit them too, and we'll try to take them on board. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but oh well, too bad. I am.
I like it. I like the idea. I mean,
Yeah.
I really get behind the idea of ranking things, and especially stupid things like fruit and vegetables.
Yeah.
Where you can just pick someone's brain and then they say something completely like contrary to what
here
you
we go.
thought.
Rue says he submitted questions months ago. Whatever happened to those? I think we have a new submission way of submitting questions
Oh no.
as well.
Hold on.
So if you haven't, I guess I'm assuming someone put it up on the Patreon. We're collating it all now into a document so that we don't lose them.
Hey, are you there?
Sorry about that, Rue.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh my gosh.
Hey,
Great.
Sorry about this morning. I'm gonna fix Patreon so you guys can get access to it. I don't know what.
No, it's all good.
Gosh.
No, that's right. We're still live, and we got Rue talking.
What's that?
I'm assuming you can hear Gamma, Rue.
This is my toilet because I don't have a desk anywhere else.
Awesome. That's good. How's life in... So what we did... Alright, we'll tell you how we did the podcast, because it was pretty ghetto, but we started the segment with top 3, bottom 3. Top 3, bottom 3 fruits. Do you have a quick rundown of your... Just name and shame.
Alright, top 3 is easy. Top 3 is pretty easy. It's strawberry... Strawberry, mango... What's the third bite? God, third's hard. Strawberry, mango, there's no question they're top 2. I want to go apple. Specifically, apple.
Oh, actually... But is that in order?
That's in order.
Okay, no, apple at third is still kind of alright.
Yeah.
Apple at third is kind of alright.
Yeah.
We put watermelon as number 2. Mango's too polarizing, I think.
Watermelon's not polarizing enough. Like, it's on the fence. It's not doing it. It just sits on the fence. It just doesn't... like watermelon, just what do you do something? Like, you're basically, you're half water, man. Like, that's pathetic.
Yeah, but summer, man, like cold watermelon is like banger.
If you're in a social setting...
It's cold water. It doesn't make it a top 3 fruit.
But if you're in a social setting, do you pop off when someone cuts an apple? If someone cuts a watermelon in a public setting. Remember we were at Messiah and Stephen was like...
that's true.
Yeah.
Like, it is the most social fruit.
The most social fruit. That's a different conversation. I could get behind that.
Yeah, no. We went through aesthetics. We went through so many semantics of like discourse.
Social fruit. That's that's actually like a good watermelon colon. The social fruit. That's fair.
That's the new show. Yeah, cool. And then bottom. Do you have a bottom 3, real quick?
mandarins.
Oh, what?
It's just a poor man's orange.
That's what we said about rock melon for watermelon.
No way. What else is bottom three? There's not very many crap fruits.
Durian.
Oh, that's true. That doesn't even register in my mind. Yeah, that's got to be down there.
That's the definitive bottom.
What did we say?
We put pear down there because it's a poor man's apple, and no one really ever goes out to get pear.
I mean, if you grew up in a Wog household, you do like pear and cheese. Like that's a thing. You like pear has its own stuff going on, I guess.
We also put grapefruit down there.
Oh yeah, grapefruit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's a bit of distance between durian and grapefruit, so
Yeah.
I feel like bumping them as bottom three is like nah. But
I think,
I'll pay it.
I think it's because durian on its own is just like it just shouldn't even be considered in at all. It's just it's a nothing. It's a nothing fruit. I hate.
It's true.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was the quick segment, and then we just literally finished, and it's good timing. We just finished what our updates are in our life.
Yeah. Do you want to
Oh
update?
god. So should I just soapbox for the next 20 minutes about every dumb thing that's happened to me?
Or should we save that for the next time?
What do you reckon? What are we sitting at now?
Because like
We've been about an hour now.
We've been about an hour. So I
Well, we
Alright,
haven't
I'll
done...
give a quick update then. I'll give the update like the sort of the tail end of the internet saga, and then I guess we can call it.
yeah,
But,
we haven't done questions.
That's the other...
Who has a question? Sorry, I
The
thought
Q&A.
the Discord.
Like there's a... No. As in the form, the podcast submission.
Oh, the podcast.
Yeah.
There's only 2 questions.
Yeah, and then Rue chucked in a question as well.
Does anyone have it up, or should I go pull it up now?
I know the questions. Favorite Zelda
Alright,
game.
is it-
That's...
That was Scarman's.
Yeah, Scarman's question is favorite Zelda game.
And then XQ was.
Tribal.
He wanted to talk about Rose's involvement.
Yeah, alright, the Rose thing we'll save, because we'll see if we can actually just get her on. That would be a
Yeah.
good one to just get her on.
And then Rue wanted to know our backstory. So I think that's a big one. So we could maybe next podcast.
Well, alright, here's what we'll
We
do.
can do it now
is,
actually because Rue's on.
like, this is literally my toilet. If you're watching at home, this is my toilet. Like, I don't have a desk yet, so I'm gonna sort of like my update story is gonna be like why I don't have anything and why I've been in Japan coming up on 2 months, and I still don't have like half the things I need to because I'm foreign, and that's ridiculous. But I'll sort of tell. Alright, the Rose thing is a long one, but we'll do that one next time, and we'll do the origin story next time, because I'll obviously be able to be the full thing. To get, like, internet here, you can't... So Japanese banks, like, Japan's great, they've got, like, mad toilets and sushi and stuff, like, that's cool, but Japanese banks are the most backwards institutions on planet Earth. Like, one weekend a month, from Friday morning to Sunday night, you just cannot... Like, you just can't get money out. They just shut the banks down for one weekend every month, and you just can't. Not at that bank's ATM, not at any ATM. You just can't get your money out every month for 3 days. Debit cards, like, so in Australia, like, you have your debit card. If you have a debit card, like, that's sort of your everything. It can work as your everything. Here, you have to you have basically a bank ID which you can use for ATMs and nothing else. You can't do any digital purchases with it. And to get a debit card, you have to go into a company. Like, imagine you don't have it with your bank, you have it with, like, Visa or the equivalent of Visa, and they handle everything. Which means that if you, I didn't use my card for 3 months because I went back. I came back, they're like, oh, no, security. Whoa. Why is he using his card again? Whoa, like, shut it down. Call the bank, they're like, yeah, nah, call the card company. Call the card company, they're like, yeah, nah, call the bank. So I just have this useless card. So to get internet, like, because I'm pretty sure it's because I'm foreign, you can't pay for it with a debit card. You have to get a credit card. So literally from the first day I arrived on January 7th. Today is February 24th. I spent, like, just applied for credit card after credit card after credit card. And it's really backwards because instead of just checking, like, your credit history and, like, they get your work stuff, whatever, they're like, oh, link up your bank account so we can take out your money straight away. So it effectively functions as a debit card,
yeah, right.
but it's like, I guess, the banks aren't held accountable if something goes wrong. So, oh my God, last week I finally got approved, and they're like, we're going to send you the card to the bank, to the post office, so you can just go pick up your card and start using it. And they give you a list of like 10 documents you can bring, like your foreigner's card, your passport, your insurance, like there's all proof, but there's a very, very set list of documents, right? You can't bring any other document, otherwise they won't give it to you. And there was one stipulation on it that ends up really screwing me, but it's like you have to have your one of these documents in katakana, in Japanese, so that we can verify the spelling. Now, I'm not Japanese, so my passport, my insurance, which was issued by the government, my passport, none of that comes in katakana. Not even for Japanese people. It just comes in English. So I went to the post office last week and I brought like 7 out of 10. Everything except a birth certificate, basically, I bring, right? And they're like, we can't give it to you because it doesn't have it's not spelled correctly. Like, it's got to be in katakana. I'm like, okay, but these documents don't come in katakana. And they're like, nah, sorry, man. Can't get your card. By the way, you have to come by tomorrow, otherwise we're sending it back because we don't have the space for it. So I end up going to I call up the card company. I'm like, what's going on? Can you this is my card. You just got to give it to me. So I go to Ikebukuro, which is like a big area where they've got the card. Like there's a booth for the card, and I explain the situation, and they're like, man, I've got the perfect solution for you. We're going to cancel that card. You can sign up for one on the spot here. I'm like, but I've already been approved. Like, give me the card. They're like, no, it's fine. An hour later, we get to the end of it, and they're like, all right, give us your visa. So I give them my foreigner card, and my visa literally expired last Saturday. So the day I was meant to go pick it up, it expired. So I couldn't get the card. And then they're like, all right, just go home, get a bill. Like, as long as it has your name and address on it, it's fine. So at this point, it's like 4.5 hours. It's half my Saturday just gone. So I go home and I get a bill, and of course my bill is spelled incorrectly. In Japanese, English is fine. Like they got the thing wrong. So go back, and then they literally had to call the judging panel to be like, all right, this guy, he's foreign, but he doesn't have his stuff in katakana, but he's got the money, and like he's got all the forms we want, just not in Moon. And then at this point, so I got to the post office at 9 in the morning last Saturday. This is now like 3 or 4. Finally got it, and then went home and got internet. So as of Tuesday, I got my desk coming. Like, I probably won't have a desk until later this week, but I'm getting fiber internet on Tuesday, and I can like buy a base and stuff. So I can finally start doing things again in terms of console stuff. Up until this point, it's been like a pocket Wi-Fi that barely works, and my kitchen table. So I guess that's an update on me.
Yeah, cool. That sounds like a mission and a half.
Japan sucks. Don't live here unless you're Japanese. That's my Japan review. Yelp.com/Gamra. 1 review. It's just Japan. 2 out of 5 stars. Good unless you're not Japanese.
There you go.
Oh dear. All right. The quick Q&A. The one question was favorite Zelda game.
Yeah.
Favorite Zelda game.
And we'll keep Origin Story for next week. By the way, Rue, just letting you know.
Say that again. Yeah.
I like the 2D games better than the 3D games. I think Breath of the Wild is a solid 7 out of 10, and it is nothing more than that. Even though no one asked for that, I just have to throw that in there because that game is not great. Probably Link to the Past,
Yeah,
but I think Link Between Worlds is really underrated because it's on 3DS and looks like a 3DS game, which is garbage.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Link Between Worlds is really good. If you haven't played it, it's just a joy.
I have to pick it up now. I've been holding off, but I guess I'll pick it up. Anyway, geez, how many Zelda games are there? It's a lot.
There's a fair few. Like there's not the CDI games. There's the whatchamacallit. There was like that Panasonic one, right? There's like the weird spin-off ones from. I'm looking it up now. Oh yeah, the Philips CDI. Like where Nintendo did that partnership with the Philips console, and they had the run of like really terrible games. There's 3 of those as well, but I don't know how many people count them.
Yeah, right. Jump to someone else. I'm gonna look up the list of Zelda games.
I haven't played a lot, and by I haven't played a lot, I've played 1. So that's my favourite by default. I've only played A Link Between Worlds. I've just never been into the Zelda franchise. I grew up Sega, and then when I got a 64, my family is very no one-player games because you have 3 other siblings. So yeah, I basically couldn't play Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask because it was kind of like, why are you playing by yourself? The other kids want to play. You need something that has more than one player. I'm like, alright, it's fine. So Link Between Worlds for me was my first iteration on the 3DS, and it was pretty damn good. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I surprisingly played a lot of the game and tried to get a lot of things in it.
Not Triforce Heroes.
Ooh, no. It was a pretty good concept. Like, didn't get to play too much of it, but it was pretty good. I'd probably toss up between like boring answer Ocarina, or I quite enjoyed Wind Waker as well. Actually, I don't know if it was just that part of my life when I was
Wind
young.
Waker's so good.
Yeah, it was actually like a really, really kind of immersive and big game as well. So I wouldn't maybe even put that above Ocarina, to be honest. Just based on like how like it plays a lot better, graphics are a lot better. So I'll go.
Unless you hate cell shading.
No,
I love
cell shading's fine
Like,
with me, so I'm happy.
I don't mind it, but I remember a lot of people complaining about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of Zelda fans being, what's with the graphics?
Yeah, because they all saw Twilight Princess. That was the thing, right? It was
Yeah.
like, oh, Zelda, it's kiddie. We want real games. We want Zelda to like grow up and drink beer, or I don't know what they wanted, but I distinctly remember that as well.
Yeah. No, I thought Wind Waker looked good. I did play it for like 2 minutes when my friend was showing me the game. I was like, wow, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But I don't have the money to buy the game, so I'm all good.
The GameCube Zelda games were just good. Like you had, because the collector's edition of Wind Waker, you got the special edition of Ocarina of Time, and then probably the most underrated Zelda game is because of how ridiculously cumbersome it was to set up was
Four Swords.
GameCube had, I think it was the first one. No, I think the GBA one came first, but no one played that one. The GBA version of Four Swords, which is like incredible.
Never played it, but I did see a bit of footage on that. It looks fun. Yeah.
It sucked because you had to use the GBAs as a controller, because whenever you'd go inside, like the GBA would be your hub, and then when you'd go inside, you'd have to look on your GBA screen. So unless you were a lunatic, like no one had 4 of those cables, and then no one had 4 GBAs except me, because everyone got too cool for gaming and started just giving me their shit, and then we just did it. But that's probably the most underrated Zelda game. But yeah, Wind Waker is a banger as well.
Was Triforce like a spiritual successor to that?
Which one? Triforce here? Which one?
The 3-player one that you guys playing.
Heroes.
Heroes.
Oh yeah, that's sort of like a spiritual successor to Four Swords. I don't know why they did 3 players, but yeah, we should play that. I've got a way to play that from here now. We should totally, and I can stream it from here. We should totally get back on that.
Yeah, I'm keen.
Yeah, cool.
I don't mind. It was pretty challenging. I remember we did like the first world, and then we're like, no, this is too easy. Let's go to the last world and just jump straight in. And it was
Yeah, I remember that. And then we did, because it was when we did it on the Melbourne trip when Jono came down with us. And the first world we did it was like during the day where no one was really doing anything. I think Julian was like, it was the 10 minutes he was playing Pokemon Go, and then we were all just sitting in the house. And then we got back from the gig and we're all exhausted, and so we're like, yeah, no, let's play the hardest world. And then 10 minutes later I was asleep.
Yeah, that was good. I think, what have we missed it on? Julian, did you have a preference on Zelda?
I'm the same. Link to the Past, but I didn't really play that many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never finished Link to the Past actually. I always got to like the Dark World section. I'm like, actually, I'm a bit of a scrub. I'm getting destroyed here, but maybe.
I'll lend you Between Worlds. I'm pretty sure I have a cart of that at home somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested. Yeah, and I might make Link to the Past my project game over however the next many months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think I might call it. This is this is the kick on, right? We just named it the kick on.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, cool. Working title
Hey.
kick on.
one thing though, have we gone out of the have we gone over the new tiers real quick? Just because this is gonna end up on YouTube for everybody, and it's assuming some people make it to the end. Should we just run over like how Patreon works now?
Go for it.
If you want, yeah, sure.
All right. So this podcast is part of a new Patreon relaunch that we've just done to sort of streamline and tailor fit the content to make it better for everyone. I mentioned it on the Discord yesterday, and I'm going to reiterate it now that this is like very much a work in progress. So if you sort of hear or see anything that sort of makes you raise an eyebrow, you need clarifications, you can hit us up on Patreon or Discord or basically anywhere at any time. But we've basically restructured it to sort of have three core arms of the stuff. So like what you're used to getting, which is like early video and early audio, SMJ, which has been renamed to the Super Monthly Jam, which is if you're watching live, you'll be able to see straight after this. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll probably be up later on this week. And yeah, the new, well, like the podcast and sort of like new content. So like when I start doing vlog stuff, stream VODs and all that sort of other stuff. So we've sort of broken it down into 4 tiers. The way SMJ works now is like it's a Patreon show. So if you're a $1 patron, you can vote, and you got the flair on the Discord. So $1 gets you in the vote. $3 is gone, and then the $5 bronze tier gets you lossless downloads as it always has, and you're able to submit game suggestions to SMJ and like segments to the podcast like people have done today. So you know, anyone can vote, but if you're at the silver tier, you can submit things. Gold tier, like it used to, gave you complete access to the audio library. So things like KK, which is back up again, and we'll tell that story again someday maybe.
Yeah. And
like old stuff that's not on music services. Like there's exclusive stuff, and you can also just download everything. It is now the early video tier because we're putting out more stuff than sort of once a fortnight, and you'd be able to watch the podcast live. And then the platinum tier gets you all the leak sheets as it always has, and it allows you to watch SMJ live and basically arrange live with us. And if you're not at the $10 or $20 tier, like $5 people can submit because it'll end up on YouTube the following week. So you guys are probably watching this, you know, like a few days after, you know, it's gone live for Patreon people, and then it's going to go live for everyone later. So, you know, it's basically live is there if you want to sort of contribute and watch along, but if you just want to sort of throw it on in the background, then, you know, it is like all the content is going to make it to everyone at some point. It's just the various levels you pledge at allow you to sort of help mold it and see it earlier or see it live is basically it. But like we said, if anything sort of isn't clear or raises an eyebrow, you can just hit us up and, you know, we're open to have that conversation, I guess.
Cool.
yeah, cool.
All right.
So I think that concludes the kick on. Now we'll kick on.
God, what a show name.
And we'll now kick on to set up for SMJ. So thanks for everyone that tuned in. Thanks, Rue, for being there live. Catch you all later. Hi and bye, YouTube. And yeah.
Yeah. Gam, stay on the call, and then we'll finish the stream.
I'll stay on the call. You should stay locked to youtube.com/theconsoulsband and twitch.tv/theconsoulsband, because I feel like they're going to start getting a bit more active now that I don't have a toilet desk. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I guess we'll see you soon for SMJ, and then if you're on YouTube, see you not so soon for SMJ, probably.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Ciao, ciao.